Okay, hello and welcome back to Rome Remastered, where we're going to kick things off with an immediate assault on the Pontus capital. This is definitely my favourite force that we have. It's got a really good balance, no actual elite units, but Cretan archers, Rhodian slingers, several units of Rhodian slingers, and we've also freshly picked up some Scythian mercenaries. So we're really strong from range, and we should be in a very strong position to take these forces on. Let's just go for it, and that's going to be another faction down. Okay, so we've got a front gate with almost no cover from the arrow towers and very easy access to the town square, so that's pretty much perfect. So I think obvious thing to go for is to use the eastern mercenaries. Don't really care too much if those die. Rest of these units can just drop their rams, and we're going to move them. We're going to move them in this direction. They should be safe, and we're just going to allow them to start firing. Hoplites we're going to send up to the front in front of the gate. And then Scythian mercenaries should also be pretty safe, so let's send them up to the front. Okay, so they've got their Pontic heavy cav. Those could be a bit of a threat. They could do some damage to us with their javelins, but also very big targets, so they shouldn't be too much of a big threat. Okay, so the Pontic heavy cav coming up now should be in range of just about everything. The Cretan archers are still on the move. Let's start firing. If they fire back, that's probably a good thing. Yeah, they are going to try and fire back. That's fine. So they're going to go for these, which I'm not taking that too well. I'm going to actually pull them slightly further back. Because, yeah, I'm pretty sure they've got plenty of range. So we're firing on these. We're taking them out, yeah, extremely quickly, actually. So this is one of the best units they have. Already down to 52, and we should have a couple more volleys coming in. See how this goes. Radiant Slingers in particular. Really good at getting kills. Really strong units. Very accurate. Down to 36. Then further back, they've got a big mass of units. They're probably not going to stay together like that, but if they do, even more easy targets. These guys aren't actually firing on us. Okay, so yeah, now they're going for the Eastern Mercenaries, which is absolutely perfect. Completely happy with them to do that. Let's speed this up. And that unit is pretty much completely wiped out, and we've still got most of our ammo left to go, so that's perfect. Okay, this is the most risky point, sending the first few units through the walls. I think we just have to go for it. I don't think they're going to go too strong against us. Yeah, Eastern Infantry not a threat. The Eastern General actually does have quite a lot of men. Kind of expected that because he has got quite a high influence stat, but 53 bodyguards could be a threat. Pontic heavy cav coming towards us, but unless they go for a full charge, we should be fine. We don't want to send these guys in just yet. Let's keep them back. Okay, just gonna have to speed this up and see how it goes. We might take a few losses if they start firing on us. Okay, so they've got Eastern Infantry actually approaching from the other side there. I didn't actually see those coming. They should be very easy, but we're not quite in position for these. Looks like we are going to be forced to engage. Let's see, are they going to drop their spears? They don't quite know what they're doing. These guys are actually just trying to run straight through us. I don't think they're actually trying to engage. We have now engaged them. Not really in a good phalanx position here, so we might take a few unnecessary losses, but these guys do break extremely easily, and they have in fact already broken. Okay, so let's continue bringing these in. And yeah, I'm actually going to take them out of phalanx position just so we can try and rush them in as quickly as possible. I'm going to keep these guys ready at the front to fire on these if they do come to approach us. Yeah, if the Eastern General charges us, that could be a big problem. We could take quite a few losses. I'm going to keep our General nearby. So these guys do have their orders, they're just not really moving for some reason. Let's try this again. Okay, so General is mostly in range. He's going to fire some shots at our hoplites. I think that's fine. We should be able to retrain them. This is, of course, their capital, so I would think they can just train hoplites immediately. Eastern General, very tough unit, but If he's just going to fire on us, that's probably a good thing. If he charges us, that's really the main threat right now. We can see the man himself is right at the front, so it's pretty tempting just to start moving towards him. But we are so good from range that I might just leave this be. Yeah, there we go. They are dropping extremely quickly, and they do flee. Perfect. Let's wait for everyone to form up. Okay, starts coming back, immediately loses pretty much all his men, and flees once again. Okay, let's move slightly further in, and let's start bringing in the range units. Don't think anyone's going to catch us from the flanks. Yeah, it's going to take them a long time to get around, so that's perfect. Bring these guys in too. Okay, so they're coming towards us. Let's see what they've got. So the first unit is Pontic Heavy Cav, who break immediately. Then they've got a healthy unit of Pontic Cav coming up, who are going to take some shots from us. Start moving back. Should be good just to hold this position, I think. Yeah, but let's just sit back and watch the carnage. Okay, so they've kind of pushed back a bit. Let's move slightly further in. Not the best position. I think that's probably the best we can do, though. What we need to do is just get the town square in range, and at that point, it should be very easy. Okay, looks like they're potentially going to go for another approach. We are a lot more thinly spread now, which is potentially going to be a problem, but it's Peltasts, Pontic Heavy Cav, who are going to be going up against the phalanx. Our archers can fire on them still. General's pretty close to dead, so once we finish him off, the rest should rout pretty quickly. Eastern Infantry have almost no morale. Peltasts in the middle, and Pontic Light Cav, who are not going to be much of a threat. The General is keeping himself in range, which is perfect. Let's actually bring the slingers slightly closer. That's going to have to do. So at this point, even if he fires on us, that's fine. He's only got a few units left, and he's going to go for a full charge, which is almost certainly going to get him killed. He's off to the side. He just about manages to escape, but yeah, he's on his last leg, so that should be fine. And I don't think anyone is going to want to charge this. Okay, we're going to risk going slightly closer. That seems about fine. Bring the rest up. Let's keep the Cretians slightly further back, just so they can spread out as much as possible. Okay, so they're coming towards us potentially. They're going with Pontic Light Cav. I don't think those guys are actually going to go for a charge. Close to engaging. Let's fire on them. Yeah, pretty sure these guys aren't going to engage, so let's risk going slightly further forward. We might lose formation, but that's fine. Bring these guys up the back, just to fill in the gaps. Okay, so they are actually coming towards us. We should be fine just to keep moving. I don't think they actually want to engage. They're already wavering. Should break within the next few seconds. Okay, a little bit messy, taking a few losses, but again, we should be able to retrain these hoplites, so that's completely fine. Let's move further towards the middle. The main thing is we don't lose the mercenaries. If we lose the hoplites, that's really to be expected. As long as we don't start losing our slingers and our Cretan archers. Nothing to worry about. Let's fill in this space. Okay, so engaging us here, it looks like the general is right amongst our spears, so he should be just about to go down. He's literally the only guy left. He stood in the spears. Not sure what's taking him so long to die. Pressed the wrong thing. Okay, now he's literally in the middle of our men. We're going to drop our spears. Surely he's got to die at this point. He's still getting kills. He's doing a good job. He must have some kind of one of those traits that gives him extra hit points, perhaps. Actually having a hard time killing him. To be fair, I think our men are actually not doing a good job of actually attacking him. Let's see, let's try this again. They're going in with their swords, and he finally goes down. Perfect. Well, not quite perfect. Not even close to perfect, but job done. The Pontic Heavy Cav are now going for a charge. This could be pretty bad. I'm going to drop the spears. We're going to move in with our next couple of units. I'm going to move in with these as well. And pretty happy to sacrifice the Eastern Mercenaries. They're really not important. Usually the problem is their low morale, but the fact that we're winning this so decisively means they shouldn't actually break. Okay, Pontic Heavy Cav going for another charge. This particular unit might actually break. But yeah, their morale is actually pretty low now that their general is dead. So the good news is he's not their king, he was just some random 17-year-old, so this could have been a lot tougher. And then in the middle they've got some Eastern Infantry, some Peltasts, and some Pontic Heavy Cav who should break pretty quickly. There we go. Okay, I'm going to send the Mercs in to fight the Peltasts, and we're going to leave the Hoplites to deal with the Eastern Infantry. Can't even tell if I'm actually killing anything here. Yeah, there are a few Eastern Infantry left, so it's kind of holding these guys back, but on this flank we've got our Hoplites pushing in. This guy's not quite facing the right direction. Here we go, this should be fine. So these guys are actually wavering now. We're going to probably... I think we're just going to let them die. I think that's fine. Yeah, they do break. Hoplites should hold. We brought our general up as well, so hopefully he's going to reassure them a bit. Okay, so at this point they've still got their Peltasts firing on us. I think I'm actually going to take these guys out of phalanx position and just go for a push. Try and engage. Yeah, it's getting a little bit messy, but I don't want to bring the general into it. Still a little bit too risky. I'm going to actually take these guys out of phalanx position as they do actually rout, so perfect, job done. Taken a few losses, but almost all of the losses were taken to the Hoplites as well as the mercenaries, so that's completely fine. We've got 4 mercenaries back. Scythian mercenaries took a few losses. Hoplites, yeah, the overwhelming majority of the losses. And we've taken actually 13 losses to our Cretan archers, so I'm not sure if that's friendly fire or just a slightly unfortunate hit. Also a few losses to our Rhodian slingers, so not ideal, but I think that's a price worth paying to wipe out Pontus, so that's fine. Okay, we're just going to keep it simple. We're going to exterminate. Pontus is gone. And next thing to do is we do have this spy. I'm going to send him into Tarsus. It's a 50-50 chance of success. If he fails, we do have a backup plan, as he has actually made it in, so that's great. That's cool because that means we've now freed up this guy to go to the east instead. I'm going to see what's going on with Armenia. And then in Sinope, let's just retrain all of these. And can actually train up some archers, which is actually quite an interesting option. I think I will actually do that because we have actually taken a few losses to our ranged units. And then I think public order situation is probably going to be mostly okay, so let's just go with some basic mines for now. Let's check these, so we know about this, we know we finished off Pontus. Alright, commander has improved. And we should be good just to turn our attention to another part of the map. So before we do, let's take these guys, and we're going to fight off these militia hoplites. Is this worth doing? I don't trust the auto-resolve, so I'm just going to withdraw. I don't really mind if these guys just hang around here. Should be able to just send these in at some point. So these guys are moving across to there. These guys are also moving to Ankara, which there's no need. Let's just send them back to Nicomedia. Next thing to do is I want to figure out what's going on with the Dacians, so I'm going to send this guy to the west. We can see there is a kind of brown border there. It's kind of difficult to see it at night, but I think this might be, well, it's certainly a Dacian town. We've got some farms up here, which makes me think there must be a settlement. I'm not completely sure. As yes, there is. So I think they actually have a couple of settlements left. They have this one, and I think they have another one to the west. So job is definitely not done there. This force is not ideal for pushing into the wilderness. They're a bit too slow, but we might just have no choice. Then back in Sparta, we're going to pick up some more armoured hoplites, and I'm actually going to send this guy who's a 25-year-old general with 2 command stars over towards Apollonia, because we're going to need some more commanders over in Italy. Athens is not currently busy, so let's just go with... Let's go with Temple of Hermes, and let's go with some archers now that we've finally finished our archery range. This town is already busy, Larissa's busy. Let's actually have a look. So we can build in roads. Let's just go for Temple of Hermes. Byzantium, again, Temple of Hermes. Nicomedia, we're going to go for a trader. Halicarnassus, we're going to go for a port. It's going to be a big boost to our income. Sardis, we're going to go for Temple of Hermes. Idonia, we're going to go for... A basic barracks is kind of useless here, but let's just do it, just in case this town does grow. We're going to go for communal farming in Belazora. Kyra is stuck. Tylus, we're going to go for the large Temple of Hermes. Porulisum, we're going to go for something that's going to shore up our public order, I think, so Temple of Hermes will actually do that to an extent. And then Campus Getae, we need to repair this. Build a Governor's Palace, and Shrine to... I'm not actually sure how to pronounce that one. I'm going to get rid of this, I think, although it's just going to harm our public order, so I'll probably forget to demolish that, but I don't think we can really get rid of it at this stage. Okay, so that leaves us with 7k left to spend. Let's focus on our towns. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to cancel this peasant. We're going to focus on getting a spy instead. We're going to keep recruiting peasants in Porulisum. Campus Getae is already busy. Let's have a look at the rest. So Tarentum and Croton are already training, that's definitely something we want to do. And then the rest of these towns, Thessalonica's very good. Let's go for some more armoured hoplites. Byzantium, we're going to get some basic hoplites. Corinth, I'm tempted by a spy. Let's just do it. Larissa, we're going to pick up some hoplites. Thermon, we're going to go for some ships. And Pergamum, let's retrain these, there's probably no point. Get some basic hoplites. And then Rhodes, we're going to retrain these, and we're going to pick up... I think we're good. I don't think we need to spend that, so we're actually at the point now where I don't think we need to really spend anything. What I will do is I'm going to send this guy out of the town. We're going to see how it copes. So, down to 66%. If we get our temple to Hermes and we recruit our peasants, I think that should be fine. I definitely want to make sure we actually have some kind of leader in this force. I'm going to take these two. And I think we'll take the Greek cav. So Tarentum and Croton are now not too strong in terms of making a push, but we're going to make a really strong push with this force, and I might actually skip the Scipii capital and just go straight to Rome. It's very tempting. One thing about this, of course, which I didn't really acknowledge in the previous episode, is by sending these forces to the north, I'm now actually weakening my ability to actually make a push on Carthage. I do have quite a few forces that would be enough, but public order situation is not too good, and I probably shouldn't be training hoplites. I think we do need some more peasants. Okay, I think that's about as much as we can do. We've also got this spy who is now free, so I'm going to send him towards Scipii. 100% chance of success, so let's just jump in. Let's see what we've got. So, quite a good mix actually. I thought it would be 99% horse archers, but they've actually got quite a diverse force. We can go to war with them, but this force is now not too strong, and we're going to have to give it a few turns to actually build up and settle the public order. For now, we're good just to go up to high tax rate, and I'm just going to end the turn there. And there's a lot of movement going on with the spawn points, so we're going to have to actually start speeding these sections up a bit, I think. This guy is for some reason refusing to move. Let's do that manually. And we just have to end the turn again, I guess. Okay, we kind of saw this one coming. We should survive this first attack. And we will just go back to retrain. So I haven't really seen anything that really worries me too much. We've got Dacians spying on us, which is no surprise at all. Scythia is actually moving away from us. And Spain is irrelevant. Okay, so we've got an Emmaus of something. He's a wall breaker, he's a confident commander, he's 29 years old. We've got enough money, let's just accept him. I assume he's in Sparta. Oh, he's actually at Campus Getae. That's pretty good. Okay, we're going to retrain all of these, and we're going to pick up some more basic hoplites. We're going to keep these guys moving up. And actually, we should be able to retrain these. And let's retrain those too. That's a lot of the population gone, but I think that's fine. Okay, so this town's pretty weak. I'm going to speak to them. I'm going to see if they'll actually become our protectorate. Didn't think so. I could ask for a ceasefire, but I think we'll leave it for now because I'm not sure I want to actually go to war with Germania just yet. It's probably fine if we do, but this town will just end up getting attacked from all sides, so let's hold back on that for now. Okay, lots of buildings done. Let's fix that up first. So let's just go through our towns one by one. Sparta, we're going to go for... We'll go for a trader. Amon, we're going to go for a trader. Pergamum. Quite a few options here. I think we'll commit to Hermes, as we usually do. Get more Hermes in this town. Apollonia's finished building. Corinth can go for crop rotation. Odeon. Agora's interesting because it does give us the option of assassin. But I don't really rate assassins in this game. The problem is assassins are best for killing off family members. If you... They might have fixed it for Remastered, but if you if you sabotage a town, it doesn't actually train up your assassin at all. So they risk their lives, but they don't actually get better. If you go for family members instead, you can get good assassins, but the problem is the family members do just regenerate, so it doesn't usually help you too much. Can be a good option sometimes if you get like a faction leader, but very rarely works out. So I think I'm just going to go for paved roads. Then in Messana, let's go for something that's going to improve our public order. I still want to go for Hermes over the other one. Still going to help. Croton. Get large mines. I think this town we do want to kind of focus on military a bit and also on public order, so large Temple of Hermes is fine. Then this town we're going to go for the Temple of Hermes, and then going back before I forget to this town, I am going to get rid of this. And let's go to this town too, let's do the same thing. So we don't want this. Then this town has this. This is actually quite a good one. It wouldn't have been good in the original game just because of Squalor, but in Remastered it's okay. Still, we don't want it because it's not one of ours. Then we can turn our attention to this guy who is actually being approached by these, which kind of surprises me. I assume these guys are going after these and didn't actually know we were here. Got some mercenaries available for us. Cilician pirates. These are the closest things we'll have to range units, with the exception of one unit of Peltas, so I am actually going to accept them. And I don't really want to fight these. But if we don't, we're stuck. Okay, so it's a bunch of pirates and a rebel general. That's actually not ideal because they are going to throw their volleys. Still, let's just do it. So they've got a little bit of hill to work with as well, which is not ideal. I'm going to take these guys straight out of phalanx position. We're going to try and grab the hill. Send our cav up too. And then we don't really want to take these guys from range, but what I might actually do is I could go forward with the Peltas first just to try and bait them. They seem to have disappeared, but we know exactly where they are. And the problem is, if I do that, I will just get rushed by the rebel general. So let's speed this up. Pretty sure they're going to stay put. Okay, that's taken a bit of our stamina, but that's fine. Let's just move in. And we'll send these forces in behind. And these guys to the flanks. So 3 units of pirates, in fact 4 units of pirates at the front, rebel general in the back. I think we just want to rush these in before they can fire on us. They will do 1 volley, but that's fine. Okay, we're going to try and break them before they can really do anything, so I'm probably just going to charge them with these. Okay, so we do break the first unit. I don't want to lose a family member, so I'm going to try and pull these away. It's a little bit risky. I'm hoping the man himself is alive. I can't really see him. These guys are engaging. These guys all need to push in. Okay, general's dead, but we've got the unit fighting to the death, which is not ideal. Should make them weaker though, so I'm not too worried about that. Let's just try and go for the mass rout. And that's most of them gone. They've got the 1 unit that's rallied, but they should break pretty quickly. Let's just run into them. Okay, so they've broken 2, but the general has reformed, so just gonna have to finish them off next. If we just charge into these with our mercenaries, they're not great units, but I'm hoping these guys are shaken enough that it does actually break them. Let's see. There we go.
The enemy army is in flight. Pursue them. Drive them from the battlefield.
Move these guys away so they don't friendly fire, and let's just leave it to the cav. Okay, so main thing we've lost is a few of our pirates. Actually, lost quite a few pirates. That was a bit of a mistake. And quite a few of the cavalry mercenaries, but that's fine. Okay, so those guys are gone. Let's go straight onto these, as that does force them back. I could go finish them off. Or I could go straight for the town. If we go straight for the town, there's a 24% chance we open it up. And it's looking pretty weak. I'm going to go for that. Okay, he's not managed to open it up, but we're going to build some rams, and we're just going to go for it next turn. These guys aren't going to threaten us too much. There's another force coming in from the east. A little bit tougher, but we should still be fine. This is a very strong general. I could send some more forces down. So Mazaka is normal tax rate. If we drop them to low, try just sending these out. See what happens. 95%. Yeah, that should be good enough. I'm gonna get some more hoplites, and I'm gonna send these guys around to reinforce. They might actually get attacked. So perhaps we want to send them to the north. Before we do, let's see what our next target would be. Okay, so there's something here. Oh wow, actually. Massive forces of the Seleucids, but yeah, they're stuck with such terrible units that it's not really a problem. Still, they could actually attack us, so I have to be a little bit careful. I'm going to train up something more here, so let's go with some basic cav. Although that's not going to help us against masses of militia hoplites. I think for something like that, we just want more archers. And would not be surprised if this comes to attack me, so I need to take this next turn, definitely. Yeah, it's actually a bit of a threat. I mean, it looks like a threat because it's so many, but pretty bad units. So we'll have to see how that goes. I think I should recruit another spy, but it looks like we might need more forces as well. Okay, so Lilybaeum is slowly improving. Let's get some more peasants. As usual, we're going to go for armoured hoplites in Syracuse and normal hoplites in Messana. Then we're going to move this up, aboard the ships. And I think this navy is fine just to go on its own. If this attacks us, we should be fine. I could actually push straight through that, but I would take some losses. Still, I think that's the thing to do. Okay, so that's successful. Capua is pretty weakly defended, so I can just go for that. I think if I can make it there this turn, then that's obviously the thing to do. I'm not sure we can. No, we're actually slightly too far off. Okay, so we'll use these ships to scout what's going on with Rome. We can't see it so far. Let's send these guys back to the docks to retrain. Then we're going to train up some more archers. And we're going to retrain the ships. And back in Croton, as usual, we're going to go for peasants. With the city barracks about to finish off, I am going to risk sending these out. That drops them down to 77%, which should be fine. Then we've got a lot of forces that are going to go to Apollonia next turn, and could actually send these to attack the Julii. Yeah, they're not looking bad. Gonna board the ship. Yeah, that's actually a pretty strong force. So once we pick up all of these, join them together with these, we could even pick up some forces from here as well. That's going to be another full force. Okay, so as usual, we're going to go for some hoplites in Pergamum. Let's open up the scroll, let's have a look through. So Athens, we're going to go for some archers. Byzantium, some hoplites. Corinth, we're going to go for... No, we're just going to leave Corinth be, there's not really too much there. Halicarnassus is fine. Nicomedia is fine. Thessalonica. We have got more options here than just armoured hoplites, but armoured hoplites you can't really go too far wrong, so let's just go for some more of those. Idonia is fine. Vila Zora can go for hoplites. Hylas can actually go for triremes, and I think we will get our first one of those. This town we're going to go for some hoplites, and, or in fact, let's get a second spy. And let's return to that in a moment. Sparta, we're going to go for some more armoured hoplites as usual. Okay, let's go back to this town, let's have a look at our spy. I'm going to send him to the west. Or in fact, I think there is a town up here which I wouldn't mind seeing. Let's go up in that direction. No sign of any forces, but we can see a road. Then returning to this guy, I'm going to see if there's any mercenaries available. We can see some Samnite mercenaries. I'm just going to go for it because we've got lots of money to spend. I'm going to start, I think, bringing these guys back. And let's just step this guy out of the town to check for mercenaries. I can actually make it work. Okay, so no mercenaries available in Sparta, but next to Corinth we've got some mercenary hoplites and some mercenary peltas. Let's just go for it. Jump back in the town. Send these guys towards Apollonia. I'm gonna step this guy out of the town as well. Kind of immediately screws the public order situation, so we've got to go straight back. Okay, so one thing we've not done in some time is checking the tax rates. It's not too fun, but let's just go through and do it. Oralism's looking okay now, so let's take them up to medium tax rate. Athens is already very high, Cadonia likewise. Tylis can go up to, I think, high tax rate, or that's a little bit too much. And everything else seems about correct. I am actually going to go for some peasants in Ankara, because they're not amazing. Okay, so next question is, do we want to go for this? If I could retrain them in the local town, I would, but since I can't, I'm just going to go back in the town. And we've got 3k left to spend, but we've not really got anywhere to spend it. I'm going to step this guy out of the town. Pick up some mercs. I think we'll actually go straight to Syracuse. And I think that's enough for this turn, so let's just end it.
Let us now talk reasonably.
Okay, so we arrive outside their capital and they now want a ceasefire. No. There's no way.
Until next time.
I'm actually quite glad they bribed our diplomat because I didn't want to pay for him. Is this our merchant getting killed? Or bought out or whatever? Nope, he survives. SPQ are coming towards us. They do manage to kick our spy out next to Tarsus. These guys are heading back. Yeah, so as I thought, these Seleucid forces are coming towards us, but I did just see a big drop. I'm going to cancel the map information. I saw a big drop in their numbers, which I think means... No alliance, okay. I think that means they're actually struggling for money, which is not too surprising. So what I could actually start doing with all my boundless riches is... I could start bribing people. That would actually work. It says they've got a boundless treasury, so let's try 3.5k. Still generous. I'm gonna ask them for 5k. That seems balanced. There we go, so they do actually accept that for 5,000. That's very easy indeed. See what Dacia wants.
Let us end the bloodshed.
Okay, they want to become our protectorates. They're saying that's very demanding, but they did just ask us for it. Let's try this first.
Regretfully, we must be quick. Our
Okay.
patience is
Well, we know they're open to it, so let's offer them the 5,000 we just got.
Regretfully, be quick. Our patience is limited.
I'm actually really tempted by this because I don't feel like chasing them down. I'm going to offer them, not 80k, I'm going to offer them 8k. That's all the money we have. I'm going to offer them map information. And we're going to ask them to become our protectorate. They say that's balanced. Does this help? Surely a ceasefire is implied. So do I still need to do this? I could try asking them for money, but they should give me money anyway. I'm pretty sure that's how protectorates work. Let's see what happens.
Have mercy.
Okay, so they still want that town back. We're going to try this one more time. We're not going to give them the town, but we will give them map information. And yeah, let's just give them all the money.
Very well.
There we go. Okay, so we got our first protectorate. It's Dacia. I'm pretty sure they have a couple of towns. We should find out soon. And it looks like Scythia is actually bribing them. But if Scythia attacks them, then we attack Scythia. That's fine. Okay, I'm pretty sure my merchant just died. I can't really be bothered to worry about that. Okay, so we can see this is not their capital. This presumably is. Not actually sure. One of them must be. I'm gonna go to their next town just to check. And I'm still gonna send my spy up in this direction. Okay, let's see what's going on. So we found an agent of Dacia. If they betray me, I'm not honestly that surprised, but that kind of says it all. Kind of says it all about protectorates, unfortunately. So this town's already building. This town is as well, I think. Nope. Let's fix that. Okay, so we lost our merchant there, that's fine, I didn't even know quite how we managed to get him. Mercenary captain for this guy, and diplomatic information. War between Parthia and the Seleucids, and Armenia and Scythia, that's all pretty good. And Dacia has become our protectorate, which I believe, as long as they have more than 10k per turn, I believe that just means we get more money. Not really sure. Okay, so next thing to do is obviously to attack Tarsus, but I've been recording for a while now, so I'm going to leave it here. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed. In the next episode, we're going to be taking Tarsus, continuing to push on the Seleucid Empire, and of course, we will launch our siege of Capua. Let's do that now. Start this off. So they've got Principes, they've got their faction leader Julianus Scipio, and that's about it. We should be able to handle that stuff completely fine. Yeah, really strong force here, so that shouldn't be a problem. Okay, so next episode, the Scipii should be going down, likewise the Seleucid Empire, and we'll be continuing to expand elsewhere. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.